What's going on, YouTube? We got my boy
Jacob Collins.
And what you did today, bud?
I got third place at the Providence, Rhode Island Regional with blind second Spright.
All right, and before we get into deck profile, any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout-outs to all my friends at Locals. Shout-out to my sponsor, Card Shark Trades and Gaming. Shout-out to my teammates. Shout-out to Jesus, the owner of that. And let's get right into it.
All right, let's go.
So, blind second Spright, 3 beavers, 2 anglers, pretty standard. 3 blue, 3 jet, red and carrot.
So this is going second?
Yeah, it's going second, so you just play like kind of like the bare minute, like just the engine in general, because you want all the bodies and all the searches and everything. So then starter, which is the best, one card thing. If you open 5 board breakers in a starter, you're just insane. Game of Burst, this is how you win like 90% of the time. You just search it and you just kill them. Sometimes you can play around droll or like you hard draw it. Sometimes people droll me and I hard draw it and then they get all salty that I like hard do it. So yeah, that's how you win most of the time. If not, you mosquito kill them. But yeah, then to all the fun part of the deck. Feather Duster and 2 Lightnings. We don't like back row.
No, we don't.
Or let's bait out the negate so that our talents and thrusts are live. 3 Regeki. We don't like monsters. We want those gone. 3 Super Poly. Yeah, just get rid of your monsters. And if you discard Angler with it, then you're just also very good at the game. You'll see the targets, soon. 3 talents. I use this a lot just to rip hand traps. So I'll start baiting negates and then activate this to rip like a droll or an ash, and then clear the rest of their board, and then you just win. 3 talents. 3 thrust. Best card in the deck because you can search like anything. You can search Harpy's Feather Duster. You can search like Regeki. You can search a couple of engine cards, like whatever you kind of need. You'll see the other targets. So Change of Heart. Sometimes you need this if you only open up like a level 2 to normal. You might thrust for this to take like a Fenrir or take like last card or something, and then normal, and then just sprint his game. Mind Control, just kind of same reasoning, just a little bit worse. We play Herald of the Abyss because we want an out to an unaffected Noir if they open up like the Sleepy play plus the Street. They'll get a 5-mat Noir, so your only out is kind of like the 3 thrust or the Herald of the Abyss. Otherwise, it's just sort of like a board breaker. You play Foolish to dump the Angler. This is like your best thrust target if you didn't open any engine. Like there's all board breakers, and then you thrust at the end for this, and then you just kill them. 1 Instant Fusion. This is just it's an extender in case like to play through books. It's also technically a thrust target, but I never did it. You just summon Hugin. I just play that. So if they like book you, you can just do that as an extender, especially your blue, and kind of win. You can also special Mud Dragon, which is kind of neat because if you expect a book or imperm, you can normal beaver, their waters, they can't like imperm the beaver if they were to do that. And then you can call dark with the Mud Dragon and then make gigantic, so they can't never target that. And then blue and jet, they can never target that, and then you just kill them with the animals. So that can come up. Call by, I like this card even though it's going second. Like it's good against like Chimera decks and this other stuff, but a lot of times it's super good against like their last line of defense, whether it's like a Rescue Ace high impulse or just like a hand trap. Like if I go thrust and they go ash, I just hit that or hit droll, and it's really a huge surprise factor. And then lastly, 3 imperms. They used to be dark holes, but it was just too many board breakers and like Chimera, like their stuff kind of like floats in the graveyard. I wanted this to give me a shot against Purely if they open up like the Street kind of combo where I can hit like the Black Cat earlier on, so they can't get to that 5-mat Noir. Or like Rescue Ace, so they don't set the cards, so you don't have to rely on getting like Feather Duster and Lightning and stuff like that. So this was pretty good. I mean, it makes your deck safer game 1. Side deck, just in case they make you go first, you always want to side in like these 2 cards. I don't like maining this. It's only good with like starter really. Going second, I value like the call by or like the other utility slots. But yeah, you just like a lot of people just make me go first. I usually lock them with the smashers. Your only out is like a Book of Moon on this or an Eclipse because the normal does nothing. And if you have a carrot on top of that, if you drew a lot of gas or like an ash for their Eclipse, then you're just golden. So I won a couple of games like that where they make me go first and then they got salty. We settle on hand traps, take out the board breakers because they're good for first or second, no matter if they make you go first or second. So 3 ash, 3 nib, and 3 droll. They're like the most generic ones to kind of side in. And it's also regional, like nib can be good against random decks and just generic. And then I opted to play 3 Cosmic over like more hand traps like Retaliating Seed is fine as well, but this is just in case of like anti-spell, or if they make you go first, you can hit like field spells, Tear Scream, the continuous spell. You can hit like My Friend, so it's just generically really good. If you're still going second, you can still hit like you know, like Mid-Adium counter trap, you can hit like a Book of Moon or an Imperm, so it's still like fine, even if you're going second. And then one scatter shot, I just, it's more of a peace of mind, like time card. And this over Resonator because they can stuff your Gigantic with like Ash or Imperm or anything, and then you just can't do it. And then if you draw Resonator, you also cannot win in time because you don't play like Muckrack or anything. So I thought this was better because you can Gigantic it for it and then link it off, and if they hit Gigantic and you had another body, you can make Sprint and then Sprint dump it and still win in time. And against like tiered as well, if they like go first, you can like mill this. So I just overall I thought it was better than Resonator. Extra deck, 2 Gigantic, Mosquitoes, like a win con if you can't get to Gamma Burst, or like against here, you do that to kill them sometimes. This because you want to banish like Druid Worms or like big guys, and still 19, so even like with a big Gigantic in this, it's like with Gamma Burst, it's like 7,900 of course, but like if you have one other body, then you're fine. So that comes up sometimes. Downer Zeus has like a second line of defense, like if you can't kill them.
Zeus him.
Of course. One Sprint, I felt like the second one never really came up. It's just very niche to need a second one, but yeah, it's just to, you know, get more bodies and for dumping Scatter Shot if you need to. Played these two, they're just, you know, you can bait out stuff earlier on, and discarding Angler is like an FTK, so you need to play these to start breaking boards. One Dark, I decided to put this in a couple weeks ago over like the second sprint. I really value the utility of this to like reborn stuff, and you can also reborn like Dispatter or like a Rise. Like it's just, it can come up in like really weird grind states sometimes. But I had one game against like a Mid-Adium player at one point where I go Change of Heart and Mind Control. Like I had no engine. I went Lightning to bait out Negate, Dark Regeki to bait out Negate. Then I only had Mind Control and Change of Heart. I go Change of Heart, take Dispatter, Mind Control, take Baron, Baron pop something. Dispatter, reborn a Scareclaw. Scareclaw and the Baron into this. So I have a Dispatter like here. And it protects me from hand traps as well because he has banished monsters. So I have protection from many hand traps. And then this got the Scareclaw back, and then I go into Sprint. So I have Sprint plus protection, all with Change of Heart and Mind Control, and I just kill them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then we got the Hugin for the instant, just extender. And then we have Garura, Mud Dragon, Dragostapelia, and Draco Quest. This is pretty much for the Mid-Adium and like weird sort of Crimson Dragon decks, but it's like an FTK against Mid-Adium because they always end with Baron and Dispatter. You summon this, use the effect where you banish the Dispatter and copy the effect. You use the effect to reborn the Dispatter. Okay. So now you have like 70 whatever 100 on the board already, so you just probably kill them. It's like if you draw Super Poly, you just, you know, you kill them. This is really good for the Chimera deck and for comes up against like tier to hit like you know, you can hit like Redoer and any other fusion and then bait out another negate. So very good. I love this deck. It's just very fun because you just break their board, activate, you know, summon a Beaver, activate a starter, you win. Nice deck. It's great. So,
all right, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
All right, take care.
Congratulations, bro.
Bye.
Deuces.